Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sundays in Sydney. We've actually got a special one this time. It's actually a Saturday and it's in Melbourne. So the thing about Derby is, guys, it's one of the meetings that's at the Cup Carnival in Melbourne. Now, and not being from Melbourne, you wouldn't know, but there's quite a few race days. Derby Day being on the Saturday, which is actually bigger than the Melbourne Cup, especially for Melbourneites. Now, the thing about Melbourne, which is very different to anywhere else, we're actually in the car park at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually called the Nursery, which is the trendy name for car park.
So believe it or not, this is the place to be. Better than the members, better than the corporate areas. It's the #1 place to be, which is pretty unique to Melbourne.
So we'll introduce you to some of our friends, and let's start the champagne flowing. Some of our friends. So please let me introduce you to Anne-Marie and to Natalie.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Hi, how are you? Now, girls, I have to ask you first of all, what do you love about living in Melbourne?
You go first. I was just about to say Melbourne's such a beautiful, vibrant city with an eclectic mix of people. We've got great beaches, great nightlife, and if you just have a look around today, I think it depicts what Melbourne's like.
The Cup Carnival is an array of fabulous shoes and dresses and tans. And
that is quite a good tan you've got there, Nat.
Yeah, thank you. Well, actually,
geez, is that natural or?
Yeah, no. It's
really?
Absolutely instant. It's called Pure Bronze, made by Pure Tan. Every girl should have one in her bathroom cupboard.
Okay, guys. A little bit of a plug for the Pure Tan.
Moisturiser as well.
It's I mean, it is.
So not only are you getting
you do look fabulous.
Moisturise your body.
Well, and what about what's your favourite thing about living in Melbourne, Nat?
Melbourne is a very, very friendly people. The weather's fairly beautiful most days.
Being from Sydney, we have to laugh at that, don't we?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but anyway.
I think the main thing about Melbourne is the friendliness.
Yeah.
Right, now I have to introduce you to the host with the most, Mr. Jeff Bettany.
Good afternoon.
And as Dapper as he is, I have to say that the Bettany's always look after us when we come to Melbourne. They're the reason that we're here and the reason that we have such a fabulous time.
Could say that Jeff is probably the best host on the planet.
And
would that
when
be?
we grow up, we want to be like the Bettany's.
Right. So Jeff, what do you think? What's your favourite thing about living in Melbourne, and what's so fantastic about Derby Day?
It's the most wonderful place in the world. It's a party for 120,000 people, at least.
Wow.
And the women are spectacularly dressed. I have thoughties with about 1 in 3 that walk past. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted because I've mentally in my brain through so many of them. I hope they enjoyed it because I certainly did.
Okay guys, so we're going to have a little bit of a bet now. I've checked my form guide. I'm not a real experienced punter, but you probably most of you know this, but at the races you've got 2 options. You can go with the tab, which can change. It can change right down to when the race starts. So, or you can go with the bookies. Now you've got to just check the different odds that you get. If you get better odds with the bookie, sometimes that's a better option because whatever you get at the time, that's the bet. That's the rate that you get. So, just going to go over and we'll check that out.
The other thing is that the lineup's always really long for the tab as well.
Yeah, usually. But if you've got no idea what you're doing, usually the tab is your best bet.
I'm splitting mine. Yeah, but I'm going.
Coming in with he's spent the past couple of months. He's out by 3, Ecuador, Grau, and then Robin Arch and El Segundo, but Desert War clear. 100 left to go. He's done it all out in front, getting a little time, but he deserves it. Desert War all the way. Won the McKinnon, 2.5 lengths to Grau. Nick away. Right up the fence, saving all the ground. as we've seen so many times in the past 12 months.
There are people who are truck salespeople, and they have someone who takes...
Up to interview the leader for the lead now, and third place.
Mrs. Lorraine Bettany.
Now we'll just check out your outfit there, Lorraine. Fabulous.
Now to say that if it wasn't for the professionalism of the Bettany's, we wouldn't have such a fabulous time while we're here at Derby Day. Now Lorraine, I have to ask you two questions. Number one, what is it you like most about living in Melbourne, and what is so special about Derby Day?
The great thing about living in Melbourne is the Cup Carnival, also football, also everything that goes on in Melbourne. The weather is a bit of a problem every now and again, but we get over that as well.
We do.
But love socialising, love everybody coming around, love champagne, just love everything in life.
Cheers, yes.
Say cheers.
On the previous event to Ralph, the place one time
Manufacturing with
Now here's something for you ladies. As you can see, the men's line-up for the toilet is actually longer than the ladies. So I mean, I don't know what they've done here, but all you girls would be very, very happy with that, I'm sure.
Now I'd love you to meet my friend Wes.
Hello, how you going?
Wes is a local here in Melbourne. So Wes, I've got to ask you two questions. Number one, what do you love most about living in Melbourne? What is so fabulous about Derby Day?
What's so fabulous about Derby Day? Well, it's the commencement of the Spring Carnival, and anyone around the planet, if they don't know, get their ass down here. This is the best thing since sliced bread. Melbourne, it's the festivals, it's the culture, it's the food and wine, and we do it best. It's as simple as that in Melbourne.
So what about this car park thing, Wes? I mean, we've been trying to explain what this is about.
You know, anywhere else in the world, a car park's where you place cars, but honestly, check it all out. This is how Melbourne does car parking. It's glamorous, it's fake tan, it's shaved legs, it's Brazilians.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
It's expensive. So anyone considering coming down, save up and work out for 3 months before you get down to Melbourne, because it's a special kind of place.
Awesome. Awesome.
Anyway, Nick is interviewing.
What do you think, Nick? What can you tell us, buddy?
My experience today has been, my tip was a horse called the One, which was actually number 2. Now, I went to the bookie and said number 1. He gave me number 1. I came back with number 1. Somebody corrected me. I went back and got number 2. Number 1 came third and paid $300 if you put $40 on it. Number 2 didn't finish anywhere. That's my experience.
The weather's sort of really funny, like 98.
We haven't won anything on the nags. Man, if you're smart, you could. And like, well, the guys that are doing